Hello everybody, my name is Pablo Glombowski. Today I'm showing you how to hook a COM method, a COM interface method, okay? In this case the goal is to prevent from users from creating links, okay, from a given directory. For example, C /tmp/protected, okay. If you have a file from this folder, you are not able to create a link to this file. So how do I create a link? To create a link, this is from internet. This is a function, okay. It's a sample function. I call co-create instance. I pass the desired interface, the desired COM interface. I will get this pointer that is a pointer to the interface. Then I set some values, okay. I call some methods like setting the path of the original object, okay, of the original path, okay. And then I query another interface. In this case, this is the interface we are interested, okay. And then I finally call save, passing the .ln key path, okay. So basically speaking, here I specify the txt, pdf, or whatever original path, and here I specify the full path to the link, okay. That's also here. This is how it works. Now I should be able to hook this method. When we speak about COM interface method, it's like speaking about C++ methods, okay. A C++ method, if you analyze internally how it works, it's a pointer to a method, okay, and it has the first parameter is always the this member of the object, the this member that points to the object, okay. In this case, of course, it's not passed, but it's always passed as the first parameter, okay. So this is just to let you know. You will need to know it. So now let's talk a little about COM objects. A COM object, let me show you this slide. The COM object, or in this case an interface, is basically a pointer, okay. In this case, it's this. Well, this is the sample project I did, I took it from the internet, from the sample I have just shown you. So this is basically a COM object, okay. So it is basically a pointer. It points to something that, internally speaking, has another pointer to the vtable. So what is the vtable? It's an array of methods, okay. As you know, every COM object inherits from iknown, okay. That is the global COM interface, COM object interface, COM interface. Sorry. Let's take, for example, I want to check. This is the one I want to hook, okay. So it's this. So if I go to the declaration, you see that this COM interface inherits from this other, okay. If I go to the declaration, this inherits finally from iknown. If I go to the declaration, okay, well, I have it, I may have it, well, let me pick the definition, and here you will see that it has it doesn't inherit from anyone, and it has the core interface, the add, and the add ref, and the release. So okay, so let's go again here, and this is what I'm going to do in this demo. Okay, so here I'm going to hook this method, okay, as I have just shown you, there is a pointer to the interface. Inside this there is a pointer to the vtable. The vtable has these three first methods, okay, the query interface, the reference, and the release. This points to the implementation of the query interface. This one points to the implementation of the other ref. This one to the implementation of the release. Then there is this other one that is from IPersist, and then this belongs to the IPersistFile. That is the one that I want to hook. So see that each of them, let me, oh, sorry. Let me show you again this one. Things that happen. So see that. So close. So see that this one points here, this one points here, and this one that is the save, instead of pointing here, it points to my own implementation. So that's why I'm going to modify the address that is in the 6th index of the vtable. Here I will check if I must protect. If I have to protect, I will say you cannot create link, and I don't do anything, I just return. Else, if everything is okay, because this folder must not be protected, I call the original, where is my cursor? Well, I call to the original function, okay, and I finally call save. Let's see. Let me first show you a sample. Okay, this is a basic sample, so let's run it. You see that it's a very small project. It first calls co-initialize, of course, because I must initialize everything, and then I create this function. I pass the path to this file, and I pass the path to the link. Okay, let me check that this link does not exist from a previous run. It's okay. Okay, so let's F10, F11. Okay, so I first check that the object has been created. Okay, now I call query interface to get the pointer to IPersistFile. Okay, well, I do this conversion, and let me show you here something. Here, before going inside this, I will disassemble it. So let me show this how it works. This is the more important part. So basically speaking, when I execute here, it means that the real save method is called. See that I press F10, 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 and then I press F11, and see this function. I will copy this function. Okay, let me copy, open Notepad. Okay, so I must remember it, and now let me show you these values. You see that this is the interface PPF. Okay, PPF is the interface, and as I have shown you in the slide, it's a pointer to a pointer. So now, why do I assume that the number 6 is the save method? Because the first three, I don't have it. Well, let me open it again. So let me close. The first three belongs to like known, the other one belongs to IPersist, and then it comes is dirty, load, and save. That is number 6. Okay, if I go to the definition of IPersistFile, okay, I see that there is dirty, load, and save. Okay, is dirty, load, and save, and then there is these other 3 previous methods. So it is clearly the number 6. So now let me go to if I do this and if I copy this, that is the index number 6, and I copy it here, I remove it here, I shift it and see that it is exactly this one. Okay, so this demonstrates that number 6 is the one I am really searching for. So oops, I did, let me press F5. So by pressing F5 the job must have been done, and here I see the link. Now let me do the following. Instead of doing this, I will comment it and I will do this other. Here I will assume that ppf is just a pointer to the vtable. Okay, I declare this as a pointer to a function, okay, that has this definition. Okay, as I have told you in C++, in fact, the first parameter is the this object, and then there is the other 2 parameters. Okay, so instead of calling this as a C++ method, okay, I will call this same function as a C method. This is just to show you that it can be hooked. Okay, so let me compile, let me delete this. I have already done this, so let me press F5. So I go, well, the wheel is still on progress. Okay, I press F5. Okay, I press F10. Now I get the vtable. See that this value F6 blah blah is the same than this one, okay, because it's number 6, and then I call this function. I'll call this function, it is okay, and when I go here I can see the link has been created. Okay, that's okay. So this shows you, basically speaking, well, maybe I have modified something. That's okay. Well, now let me show you the hooking. Okay, this is probably the easiest way to hook something, because I have to just change one value, okay, and remember the original value. Okay, I don't need to do what I have shown in other videos where I have to patch assembly codes. I don't need to really do this. I have to just change in the vtable. Okay, I must know which is the offset, that it should never change, of course. I mean, it never changes, because else the old client would crash. So I have to change it, and that's all. There is another way that maybe I will do another video to hook COM interfaces that involves hooking the, for example, co-create instance. Okay, when I hook this co-create instance, my own API function is executed. Okay, and instead of returning this object, okay, this object, it will return an object that will have the same declaration, okay, the same definition. So and then inside, this is a proxy object, and each method of this proxy object will just forwards the call to the original object. This is by far more complex. I will explain it in another video, but it basically speaking involves API hooking. In this case, I don't need API hooking. So let me show you. This is the entire project. It's a DLL. It's very small. You see that it's just less than 200 lines of code. Okay, let me briefly explain you what I do. When the DLL is loaded, okay, I remember the module because I will need it. I also call the initialize EX because I need to. Then here, this is optional. I get the path to protect. I will not go inside this. Basically speaking, it gets which is the folder I should protect. Okay, so all files inside this folder are not allowed to create links. Okay, and then this folder is stored here. Then what I do is to call, this is the more important part of this video, to call this function. That is the function that will do the hook. Okay, so see what I do. Basically speaking, I call co-create instance to get simply to get a COM object. Okay, I create this. I want to create a COM object that belongs to this interface. Okay, I don't care about doing the previous steps that to call link w. No, I just call this and it gets this, and then I modify the vtable because the vtable is the same for all COM objects belonging to the same interface. Okay, this is very important. The vtable of a given COM interface is the same pointer. Okay, so here I get the pointer to the vtable. This is the value that I say is the same for all COM interfaces that I get. Okay, this is not the same value, it's this value that is the common. So I know that original vtable.6 will point to the save function. So what do I do? First, I have to protect this part of the memory. Okay, and then I call this function. Okay, I pass my function. Okay, so this function will be executed when this process executes calls the save method belonging to the IPersistFile. This function will be executed, and the original function that I need to know because I must forward it will be stored here. Okay, and this is the number 6. Okay, it's the offset. I know that save is the number 6, and this hook method is basically a kind of swap. Okay, so it swaps values. So first I check that the swapping has been done previously or not. If it was previously done, then I don't do anything. In the original method, that is this one, I get the original pointer to the member. Okay, and I modify the vtable, and that's all. Okay, this is what I have shown in the second slide of my PPSX. Then this is the function that is called. Okay, this is my function. Basically speaking, I will not go inside, but it checks if the file that is about to be created. Okay, this is the file. This is the link, a pointer to a link. So, well, again, this is a pointer to the link. Okay, The link can be in the same folder or it can be in another folder, as I will show you when you access a given file, a txt file for example. By default, Windows creates a link in the recent folder. This should not be allowed. Okay, so what do I do? When my IPersistFile save is called, okay, I call get path. Okay, from first what I first do is from this IPersistFile I get the iShellLink.w interface. Once I get it, I get the original path. By this way I get which is the file path, okay, that is used to create this link. I really need this, that is the from path, because if this from path belongs to the folder that I must protect, it means that the job must not be done. In this case, I show this message box. I will upload this. I haven't done this yet, but I will upload this project. Okay, so in the first comment of this video, you will have the URL to the repository. And I show this message box, okay, that you cannot create a link to this file, and that's all. So let's see if it works. Let's go. Let's do. This is process hacker. I have shown you in previous videos. In Explorer, I will inject this DLL that I have previously compiled. Okay, inject the DLL. Let me check if. Okay, let me start the view, because here I put. So see that it is already hooking, creating link from, well, this is thumbnails. The folder that I am protecting in this case, it's C temp, I think it is confidential, if I remember well. So let me create a link from here, create shortcut. So I get this, you cannot create link to, and then I get the full path. The same for it says that as I fail, okay, as my function fails, Windows tries to create it in the desktop. I say yes, and my function is again called, okay, and it basically says that it cannot create the shortcut. Okay, so I open it. Okay, I save it, whatever. And here see that it is shown again. Why? Because when I open it, as I open it, it tries to create it in the recent folder. Okay, let me do this from this. Here see that there is no message box. So I open it, and as soon as I open, I get this, because it tries to add this file to the recent folder, okay, that contains links. So it does it 2 times, and I cannot of course create shortcuts because it's a folder inside the other folder. Now if I go to another folder, C temp new folder for example, in this case, okay, I create the shortcut, and of course it can be successfully created. So well, I hope you have understood all this. It's an easy way to hook a COM method. Again, there are other ways. Not other ways. Only one more way, that is to hook the co-create instance. That sometimes it's not the only API that is used to hook. It's not the unique API that is used to get a COM object. There are other APIs. Some of them are not documented. Okay, but most of the time it's co-create instance X. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and let's see you in future videos. Thanks for watching me.